Hey everybody, in today's video, I'm going to show you how to justify the cost of an online course, coaching program, or any offer that's not about making money. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel as we release new videos each and every week. All right, so I hear this all the time. They say, Dan, it's very easy to justify the cost of a program, consulting, course, coaching program that's about making money. Because if you say, give me this much money and I'll make you this much money, it's easy to justify the cost because it's a simple thing of money in, money out. Give me, $5,000 for my coaching, I'll teach you how to make $50,000. Very easy to justify that cost. But how do you justify the cost of a program that's not about making money, right? Like, how do you justify that? Because there's no monetary return, or so you may think. So let's break this down. I'm just going to pick a random offer that is not about making money. For instance, marriage counseling or marriage coaching. So let's just think about this for a second. It's not about what the marriage coaching costs. It's about what it costs if you don't have it. So think about this. Let's draw a little house here. So here's a house, right? And you got this house. And you got this nice front door and these windows, and I bet you worked really hard for all this, right? So here's this house, okay? And there's a little grass right there. And then there is probably at least a couple cars. So here's a car, and here's a car, okay? Also, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of, I'll just draw boxes here. So maybe you have stereo equipment, jewelry. There's just all these boxes of stuff. And then perhaps maybe you have, I don't know, some stocks or some money market accounts. And then you have cash, right? So then you have cash. And there's obviously a lot more. And oh, don't forget, I'll just draw it in between here. There is, of course, children a lot of the time. So now you say, well, Dan, how do I justify the cost of my program? Because in marriage counseling, I'm not actually teaching them to make money, right? Well, again, it's not always about what you can make them. It's about what you can save them. It's about what it will cost them if they do not get your coaching. Because I hate to break it to you, but with marriage coaching and marriage counseling, if they don't get your help and they fail, guess what happens? They lose half of everything they've ever worked for. So think about this for a minute, right? You might say to me, well, Dan, I'm going to pick an arbitrary number. Let's say $10,000, okay? So I'm going to write up on here on the board, $10,000. Let's say it's $10,000 to get some sort of business coaching, okay? And with that $10,000, you give me $10,000 and I'll teach you how to make, $100,000 or whatever it is. So you can easily quantify that because you can say, if you give me this much, I give you a lot more. But then you say, well, but in marriage counseling, there's no money. Well, here's the thing. How much would you put a value of this house at? Okay, this house right here, probably, let's just say $300,000. So $300,000, all right? How much would you put these cars at? We'll say a $30,000 car, and we'll say a $50,000 car, right? And let's say you have, $100,000 in stocks. And let's say you have I switched these, but let's say you have $50,000 in stuff, jewelry, all that, $50,000. And then let's say you have, $60,000 in cash, okay? And then children are priceless, right? Can't put a price on children. So, Brandon, you got a calculator over there, or do I have a calculator? Let's add up $300,000 with, so this is 400,000, 450, 500,000, 560, 590. So we're at least $590,000 right here. Now, if you divide that by 2, what's 590 divided by 2? That's what? 250 is 275 or something like that. I'm bad at shorthand math. In the arms of the angel. Let's just say 275, right? So 275. So you're basically saying, I know that's wrong. You're basically saying that it's okay to give somebody $10,000 to make $100,000, but it's not okay to give somebody $10,000 to save $275,000? Like, think about that, right? What is holding you back from taking your $500 marriage coaching program and turning it into a $5,000 or even $10,000 program? What's holding you back is all up here, because at the end of the day, you literally are totally okay with the fact that you can pay $10,000 to make $100,000, but you're not okay with the fact that you can pay $10,000 to save $275,000. So think about this for a second. Is this a matter of pricing, or is this a matter of what's going on in your brain? Think about that. It's like, what's going on in your brain? Because at the end of the day, it's all about what's up here that's preventing you from charging what you're worth. If you're really good at marriage counseling and you're really good at saving people's marriage, you're saving them half of everything they ever worked for. So why would you sit there and tell yourself that you can't charge $3,000 or $5,000 or even $10,000? I know people that charge $10,000, $15,000 for a marriage program, and they sell buttloads of them. Buttloads of them. And why? Because it's a good program. And when you charge more, you're able to deliver a better program. So, again, this is not a matter of the market. It's not a matter of economics. It's a matter of your mindset. You could do this same thing with weight loss. What does it cost you to be overweight? In failed memories, because you couldn't go hiking with your son because you're too overweight. You have medical bills. You develop diabetes. You know, doctor bills, and just there's always things that are that cost you as a result of you not having your problem solved, right? So, for instance, you say like insurance, right? You get homeowners insurance. If you don't get homeowners insurance and something happens to your home, you could lose far more than what you paid in insurance. So every problem that someone has, every problem that somebody would seek out coaching for, or a course or whatever, either has a positive potential gain or a negative potential loss. And it doesn't really matter if it's positive or negative. You can charge money to help somebody get a positive result and make more money and make more, or you can charge money to help somebody save or avoid the loss. Either way, a dollar is a dollar. If I hand you a dollar and you've made an extra dollar, and if somebody else was going to take away a dollar and there was nothing you could do about it, and I went and grabbed that dollar and handed it back to you, a dollar's a dollar, right? So think about that. Think about what you teach and think about what it could cost them if they do not get the result that you promise, and then you can start quantifying, okay, what is my program worth? It should be, and this is the magic number, all you have to do is do this when it comes to pricing. 10x. As long as what you're offering is worth 10x, either positive or negative, it's a good deal. So if I charge $10,000, I need to be able to make the vast majority of my clients at least $100,000 or more on average, which, I mean, we do. That's this. My program's like 50x, but 10x or more. Just like for this, you're saving somebody, $275,000. So, I mean, $10,000. Let's say you charge $5,000 for your marriage counseling. Well, that's way more than 10x return, whether it's a positive return or a negative saved return. So next time you think, I teach this thing, it's not a make money thing, how can I justify charging for it? Well, just think about what it would cost them. So one thing that is a great thing to say to people who say, well, how can I justify the cost? Well, you mean the cost if you take advantage of what I'm selling, or the cost if you don't? Because that's the cost if you don't. All right? I hope you found this video useful, and if you'd like to learn more about how to sell digital products and how to sell for a premium price, Don't forget to grab a copy of my book, Digital Millionaire Secrets. I will leave a link below. You can get it free, just pay shipping. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll see you in the next video.